So y'all, I went to church this morning. A woman parks beside me. We end up getting out about the same time. And so we're walking to the church together because from the parking garage to the actual church is a good little distance. You know, we go in the same direction. So we walking together. We chopping it up, you know, just a little chit chat. And then at one point, because this is an older lady, I'm like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Are you a mother? And she's like, yes, I am a mother. I'm like, happy Mother's Day. She's like, thank you so much. What about you? Do you have kids? And I'm like, oh no, I don't have kids. And she's like, don't worry, it'll happen. And I'm like, oh no, it's okay. You know, I intentionally don't have kids. I don't want kids. She's like, how old are you? I say 29. She said, oh girl, that'll change. And you know, I've said to myself, I'm not gonna keep eating that. Like, women are allowed to not want kids, to intentionally be child free. So I'm like, nah, I'm 29 and my mind hasn't changed yet. Like, I don't want kids. And she's like, you'll change your mind. And I'm like, nah, I don't think, you know, still trying to be nice. I'm like, nah, I don't want kids. I'm not going to change my mind on that. She was like, girl, you're going to change your mind. So it's probably like a, I don't know, 4-minute walk from the parking garage to the church, and we walking together, whole time going back and forth. Nah, I don't want kids. You'll change your mind. I don't want kids. You'll change your mind. Nah, I'm not going to change my mind. Yes, you will. This is crazy. Like, we parted on good terms. I mean, you know, it was just, I guess, playful back and forth. But stop telling women that they have to have kids. Stop telling women, oh, you'll change your mind. This is a choice. You know, people just don't want kids. This is crazy to me.
A big reason I don't ever want to be pregnant is because I don't want my body to change. A lot of you might be mad about that, but whatever. I've said it before and I'll say it again. And whenever I do say it, I'm often met with, well, your body's going to change anyway. As you age, your body is going to change anyway. Well, yes. And before I elaborate, let me just give you this. Aging and your body changing because of aging, not something you can control very much, right? Your body changing because of pregnancy, something entirely in your control, because you can just not get pregnant. You can just not get pregnant. And I am only speaking about me specifically. Don't try to turn this into like a, oh my God, you are speaking horribly on all bodies who have had children. I am not.
People so
I
easily
am not
offended.
at all. I think any body that has created a whole human being is quite literally amazing and beautiful and wonderful, and that's literally the coolest thing ever. I just don't want to do it. I personally don't want to do it. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to do it.
I feel it.
Okay. And I also want to say that aging is a privilege. If we are all lucky enough to age, we're going to see our bodies progress, and our bodies have moved through every stages of our life. They've brought us through these things. They are beautiful. Our bodies are a beautiful, beautiful vessel for our beings and our souls, and they're gorgeous and amazing. And the thought of your body changing once you get older might be hard, especially as women, because we live in this patriarchal society where we are taught that we have to look young and perfect and porcelain like children our entire lives, and that is just not true. That is not true. However, I just don't want my body to change because of pregnancy, because to me, it will not be worth it. To me, the outcome of having a child and then having to take care of that child when I don't want to do that, not worth it to me.
So I just spent Mother's Day with my mom, and you know, there's obviously lots of little kids and babies at this brunch that we're at. And my mom's like, how do you feel really, like when you leave hanging out with people that have kids? Does it stir anything? Like, what do you and your husband talk about on the car ride home? And I was like, honestly, you don't want to know. And she's like, no, tell me. I'm like, you don't want to know. She's like, come on, you can tell me. And I think she expected me to be like, I guess there's a part of us that's like, maybe we could have kids. And instead I was like, okay, you really want to know? We say, wow, we're so glad that that is over with. We say, I hope I didn't pick up any diseases. We say, I actually don't think that most of my friends with kids could tell you a single thing that is going on in my life, even though we just spent 5 hours with them because the chaos of taking care of the kids interrupted every single conversation. We say, we're so glad we don't have kids. That's what we say. And she didn't like that answer.